Hey, what is up and what is going on, guys? It's Fearless, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make modded weapons inside of Borderlands 4. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. Alrighty, if you are not already in the Borderlands modding Discord, I will be putting the link down in the description. Once we are there, we're going to head over to item codes. When we are in item codes, we're going to scroll down until we find Matt. We're going to click here. We're going to scroll all the way up to the top, and this is the first thing that you should see. We're going to download the GPT mutation startup.zip. If you don't have WinRAR, please download WinRAR, and you will be able to unzip it and then find it and then extract it to a different folder. Once we extract it, we're going to have setup 1 through 4, and we're going to head over to ChatGPT. Now, the rest of this was pre-recorded, so let's get right into that. Alrighty, now that the files are uploaded, we're just going to send this. When we send this, ChatGPT should read all of those step 1 documents. Once it goes through this process of reading these, we're going to send step 2. Now that it was read step 1, we're going to add step 2. So we're going to head back over to our step 2, and we're going to send all these files. Now that it's read our step 2, we're going to go to step 3 and send this prompt. Once step 3 is sent, we're going to head to step 4. An exact same thing, just send it over to ChatGPT. Now, once step 4 has been read, from here, you're almost done. All we got to do is find a seed. So we're going to head back over to the Borderlands modding Discord. Now, you can use any code. It does not matter. However, it does need to be from one item that is already currently working. So what I typically do is I come over to the modded items and I find something that I would like to do. So for instance, I just found this songbird with 80,000 DPS. So we're going to use this for our control. So we're going to head back over to ChatGPT, and we're just going to want to basically throw shit at the wall and see what sticks. And if nothing comes out, pretty much just redo the process and start again. So the first thing that we're going to want to do is we're just going to want to say, I am going to give you a seed, which is what I copied from the songbird. And I want you to mutilate the middle of the code. Then we're going to do shift enter twice. And then we're going to paste our serial number. This is what a serial number does look like. This is from this songbird that I just found. Now, from here, we are going to want to send it. When we send it, ChatGPT is going to look at the code and look through all those files that we just barely sent it. Now, if you forget to do this step, it's perfectly fine. You can hit stop right here and it will stop thinking. Now, because I forgot and I wanted to show you guys, you can also do, I would like you to look at this picture I send you and use that for knowledge for the codes. Now from here, we're going to open this picture of the serial breakdown. Now I will open this to show you what it looks like. So this is what it looks like. So the header cannot change. Everything from this green @ symbol all the way over to the headers for the level need to stay the same. Anything from the middle over can change. That is perfectly fine. However, I'm changing just the middle. You can experiment. It's perfectly fine. It's not going to break the code. If it does, the worst that happens is your game crashes and you have to relaunch. So we're going to close out of this and we're going to send this. The more serials that you give it, it will give you more options of codes to find out. Now, this is relatively what you should be getting from where we have started. Now, the best course of action here is I want 10,000 because therefore I'm getting more mutated versions of that songbird that we put in for that code or whatever weapon you put in. Now I'm going to say I want 10K and I want you to mutilate the middle. Now don't worry if you're like, crap, I want to do the middle and the tail end. But if you don't want it to do the tail end, don't even say anything to, like, don't do anything with the tail. Just put, I want 10K or how many ever you want to mutilate the middle. Don't even give it the option for the tail end. So we're going to send this. ChatGPT is going to read this and say, perfect. Now it's going to go through all the code and now it's asking me, mutilate serials focused only in the middle third, following the structure from my diagram that I gave it. I'm going to say, yes, that sounds fine. It may ask you a few more questions. That's perfectly fine. Now, I want a single downloadable .yaml file. I'm going to say, yes, the single file is fine. Once it comes back and it gives you the downloadable file, we are going to just want to download it. Now, when we download it, thank you for the follow. I'm not even live. So once we get the file, we're going to want to download it. When we download it, we're going to open the file. And when we open it, it should look something similar to this. If it does, we're going to want to click inventory over 2 spaces, and we're going to do Control-Shift-End. Now, if you're on a 60% keyboard, it's going to be Control-Shift-Function-End, and then we're just going to want to copy that. When we copy that, we can minimize our notepad, come over to our save editor. Now, that save file that you put in here, it can really be anything. It doesn't matter as long as it's a character that you don't really care about, or if it was just one that you previously made and you already have a backup of that save file, which I do in this case. When we do, I'm going to find slot 99999. Yours may look different. You may have 5, you may have 20, you may have 400. It really just depends. So you're going to look for your slots and you're going to make sure that it's the very last slot. So my case, it's 10K. So we're going to hit state flags where it says 33 or whatever number it does say for you. It's going to have state flags, colon, and then a number. We're going to do Control Shift Home, and then we're going to keep holding the Shift key, and we're going to use the arrows to go down to inventory. We're going to delete that, and we're going to paste. This line right here where it doesn't have anything, we're just going to delete. When we delete that, we're going to scroll all the way up and make sure inventory has 2 spaces. The best way to do this is to delete the space and then space, space. It has to be in line with this second row. If it is, then great. We're halfway there. We're going to download this save file and then we're going to open it. And when I mean open it, I mean we are going to find it in our files. We're going to drag and drop. We're going to rename it to whatever number. So because I already have a secondary save, we're going to name it 1. When we go back in the game, we're going to load Vault Hunter, and as you see, it popped up. Sometimes it will let you switch automatically. As my case, it didn't let me switch. So we're just going to quit to title screen. Once we get to the title screen, we're just going to log back in as if nothing happened. We're going to load the Vault Hunter with what we just did. Now, if you have broken serial numbers, it may have just crashed your game. If it just crashed your game, we're going to head back over to ChatGPT, and all you're going to want to type is, hey, this crashed my game. It will fix it, and then you'll download the new file that it gives you, come back over to the save editor, scroll all the way down, or you can do Control F and then type in slot underscore 9999. You'll find it and you'll do those exact steps. In our case, it didn't crash, so we're just going to hit continue to go into the game. Once we get into the game, we're going to hit our inventory button, and now you're going to see that you have a lot of items. If you don't see that you have a lot of items, then you have to go back to ChatGPT and say, hey, these did not work. It will fix it and it will give you more. And then you'll go back to the save editor and do those exact steps again. In our case, it worked. And now we have a bunch of weapons. Now, if you have Cheat Engine, in the Discord, I will put these in for where Matt has all of his stuff, which again is in item codes. And we're going to find Matt. I will put them in here along with this video link. So if you do have Cheat Engine, we're going to open our process and we're going to click Borderlands 4. Obviously, mine's already running, but we're going to click the process and then we're going to want to hit hover and dump. Once we do that, it should look similar to what mine looks like right now. Now, let's say I want to do this weapon. If you want to take this serial number, you're going to go over to a random other weapon that you haven't looked at, or you have looked at and you're like, okay, that's not really great. So what you're going to do is you're going to hover over it. When you hover over it, you're going to want to go up, go over, without going over any other weapons. Now where this says part string right here, we're just going to double click. When we double click, it's going to bring up this window, and it's going to have that serial number for that weapon. So we're going to do Control A, Control C, and close out of it. Now, I know it's right here. This is how we would like you to post the modded weapon that you did. We're going to do function, escape, escape, escape if you're on a 60%. And then you're going to post the code. And then you're going to do another function, escape, escape, escape. Now that you already have the serial code for this, you're going to go back to Borderlands. Now, if you don't know, you can do Windows Shift S to take a screenshot, but how I screenshot is a little differently. I have a program called GreenShot that allows me to do this. So I'm going to take a picture of the gun, copy to clipboard. We're going to head back over to Discord, and we're going to post the picture. Obviously, this is one that I just saw, and we're just going to hit enter. It's going to be in there. Anyone can use this. Heading back over to Borderlands, if you want to try to hit damage, sometimes it may back you out, sometimes it doesn't work 100%, and sometimes the menu just like randomly closes. That's perfectly fine. Keep at it. You'll eventually get it. The best way to find weapons is to filter them by the damage type and looking at each one and seeing what it has on it. Sometimes it does be very time consuming to do, but you never know what you may find. Once you do that and find the weapon that you want and you post it in the Discord, you're done. From there, it's as simple as when you find it, you quit the game, you quit the main menu, you'll delete what character you just did. So in this case, it's Rafa. So I'm going to delete my Rafa. We're going to close out of that menu, go back to ChatGPT and say, that was great. I would like another 10K batch. Now from here is going to read this text and it's going to give me another 10K batch. When it does that, I do the exact same process, exact same steps of how to put it in the Borderlands 4 save editor. And if you want to change codes, it is simple as, hey, I'm going to give you a few more seeds. Let's use these. And I want you to modify or mutate this specific part of the code. So again, you can do the middle or tail end of the code. And from there, you're set up. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. Please share, like, comment, and subscribe if you like this video. And hopefully you guys find some very good modded weapons. And as always, stay fearless.